Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and good afternoon. Welcome back. Today is November 1st, Wednesday, November 1st, the first day of November. So, hello, November. Hello, November. It's your girl, Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murda, because I be killing them. Creative friend of Are You Mod, the podcast for the people. Each weekday, we offer emotional support to the general public, and I have a sincere apology because I wasn't available the last few days to be here for our emotional support hour. Primarily because I needed emotional support, and I was going through an emotionally heavy load in which we will unpack later. But right now, I just wanted to just say hello, good day, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, whenever you are going to watch this. Welcome and hello, Mad Hatters. That is the name of our community. I apologize for those of you. I'm trying to hold the microphone, but it's moving around, so hold on. I mean, not the microphone, the camera. Got a lot going on here. What's up? Okay, we're good. Well, we just dropped one thing, but what am I not dropping something? Anyhow, so it's your girl, Nikki New, aka Nick Murda, aka Cole World with the K. You know, Nicole, play off of that. And we are here for our emotional support hour. Each weekday, we offer emotional support to the general public. Okay? Tell us why you mad, son. Yo, let me tell you why I'm mad. That's our tribute to the late, great Notorious B.I.G., a.k.a. the Life After Death album, where there is a mad rapper rant. If you don't know about it, go ahead and search it on YouTube, but you should find it somewhere. He goes, hey, yo, let me tell you why I'm mad. So basically, they're mocking this rapper who apparently may be envious of another rapper, and he's expressing himself and or airing out his grievance. If you never heard that term, airing out your grievance is when you are telling people what is upsetting or what is bothering you. All right. So tell us why you mad, son. So in light of telling us why they're mad, it only makes sense for us to go into this really quick segue. Okay. It's only right for us to tap into that, because why not? Why not? So, since we're discussing emotional matters, recently there was a video that I think is now gone viral of Joe Smith. He's an ex-NBA player. And apparently he was really upset about him discovering that his wife has an OnlyFans account. It really bothered him. Like, it bothered him so much that he has now left the home. I saw a play of someone interviewing the wife and kind of getting an update on where they are now. And she said he did leave the house. Now, I would like us to touch on this subject because I understand financial matters are very sensitive matters. And I think they're even more so sensitive for men, right? I think it has everything to do with their egos, how they view themselves, how they view, their standing and their security level and all of that good stuff. I totally get it. Matter of fact, I hear you loud and clear. I feel like the wife was kind of caught in a rock between a hard place. According to her, she's always been in the adult entertainment industry. And in her defense, he met her as an adult entertainer too. Okay, so since you have an idea as to the type of profession that your now wife is in, it's not far-fetched, or it's not that far in terms of the the OnlyFans. Now, granted, I have an OnlyFans too, but I use it more so as a form of art expression, right? I'm very much a free spirit, so it was really much there to do like maybe some yoga poses, because I can't really do yoga poses on my other platforms with my what do you call it? My merchandise. I think it was a little too provocative because like the first set of yoga pants that I came out, they're like white and there's like a nylon fabric and there's like lips at the back. It's just a little provocative for some platforms, so they kind of don't take too kind to it. And obviously it's me, and it's probably presenting myself in a little bit of a more free way. So you know what I mean? Like, okay, it's like, all right, well then that's probably like OnlyFans. You get what I'm saying? It's a little bit more, gives a little bit more adult energy. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. I don't know why that happens from time to time. Oh, yeah, because I'm not using the laptop. If I don't actively use the laptop, then the light goes out. Sorry. But so I feel so bad for her. I really feel so bad for her because she was like literally crying. She's like, he left the house. And, she just did what she felt. She just did what she knows how to do. And that's survive. And she is accustomed to a certain lifestyle as far as her survival goes. So it's really like an ego thing for seems like Mr. Joe Smith. And I don't watch football. I mean, there you go. I don't watch sports enough to really know about him as his career. But she explained that he was retired. I think it was kind of like forced out. He's a retired NBA player. So I'm sure that that's another thing that also weighs on his heart and his ego. So that's another thing. Like when we get really attached to what we do, we kind of forget about who we are. And that's a perfect lesson about Joe Smith. I hope he takes this time to remember who he is. I hope he takes this time to remember who he is and the relationship that he's established with this woman. Because regardless if she is doing OnlyFans and whatnot, she's still his wife, and I'm sure she's still committed to the marriage. I think it's just a matter of taste in that regard. And as we can see, it showed a very strong sign of insecurity. That's what it's kind of given. But I don't know. Again, I don't know him. I don't know his personal life. But she did mention that there is some depression there. That may be also, something that he battles with. So it's rough. So prayers out to them and their family specifically. I mean, the wife definitely, for her to still feel, confident in herself and what she has been able to do for herself in the house. It looks like she said she made an executive decision for the team. So apparently we all know where he stands, and I think it was just humbling to him. I don't know, maybe he bashed, maybe he doesn't, a lot of people don't see too kindly to OnlyFans, but I think it was kind of like the thing during the pandemic. Everybody had one, right? Like everybody, but what you were doing on your page, that's between you and God. But I don't think it was. I hope, like I said, I hope that they are able to work through this, talk through this, and for Joe to actually see our reaction to his reaction, and maybe he might be able to, look at himself in a different lens or in a different view, or actually just kind of, sometimes you need to see yourself. I know I had a moment where I had to see myself. I totally had a moment where I had to see myself. We're going to call this, we should call this a moment of transparency. Like, okay, in light of Go the Extra Mile Day, we're going to have a moment of transparency. But before we do that, before we go into the transparency, let's go over what our National Day, the purpose of today's National Day. I thought it stood out. Go the extra mile. So what are you talking about? What you trying to get into? What you trying to get into? All right. So welcome, guys. It's your girl, Nikki New, a.k.a. Nick to the New, a.k.a. Nick Murda, creator and founder of Are You Mad? The podcast for the people. And each weekday we offer emotional support to the general public. We discuss the hot topics, anything that's relevant to any emotional damage and or mental health. And, anything that's just kind of related to our well-being, our overall well-being, everything is, we're all about holistic healing. Yes. Cultivating our minds, our body, our soul. So Go the Extra Mile Day, November 1st. Go the Extra Mile Day on November 1st allows us to appreciate the positive impact that we leave on our communities, organizations, and families when we choose to go the extra mile. The observance is aimed at celebrating people who go the distance. Are there any people in your life that go the distance? I know some. I can name a few. And then some. All around the world, Extra Mile Day inspires us to be better versions of ourselves. Doing the bare minimum has gone out of style. Exceeding expectations is the new standard. Ooh. Go the Extra Mile Day. Okay, so the history of Extra Mile Day, according to nationaltoday.com, is the earliest use of the phrase go the extra mile was in 1900s. The phrase is believed to be a reference to a line from the Bible. Jesus, while giving the Sermon on the Mount, said, "Whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with them twain." In 2011, the Extra Mile America Foundation, in conjunction with mayors from 222 United States cities, 222 United States cities declared November 1st Extra Mile Day. In 2014, the number of celebrating cities in the United States rose to 527 cities. So it started off with 228 cities with mayors that started started to celebrate Extra Mile Day, declared it Extra Mile Day. Then it started to increase. The dedication of celebrating individuals and organizations towards the Extra Mile initiative each year is quite overwhelming. Shout out to going the extra mile. And sidebar, as far as going the extra mile, I was again, I'll come back to my moment of transparency, but shout out to Mars Entertainment. Today they have Dom coming in. Apparently she's an artist and also a vegan whose she's incorporated designs that also touch on the vegan lifestyle. So I think there's all intertwined. It's something about sustaining the environment. So sounds good. Check it out. Down in the Den YouTube channel. Make sure you check them out. Boom. And back to going the extra mile. So this weekend, I had a moment of transparency where by me going the extra mile, I wanted to do more. I wanted to exceed the extra mile plus more, but the universe and my body and the powers that be just kind of, it's a more of a humbling experience where I had to kind of sit down and be okay with doing what it was that I could do. Okay, so that's that. We wanted to touch on that. Should we do an Uncle Coco Daily? I think we can. Oh, today's Uncle Coco Daily was good too. I think I need to do that. Let's do that. Uncle Coco Daily. See if I can grab that for you, because it was a really good one. And then we'll go into the essential of the day. Again, it's your girl, Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murder. Creating fun of Are You Mad? The podcast for the people, okay? Know that Are You Mad is streaming on most audio podcast platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, just to name a few. But just search ARGH, that letter U, MAD, and you should be able to catch that, find that logo, okay? Just shameless plug. All right. And become a Mad Hatter. Click the link and learn more about how to become a Mad Hatter. All right, so we're about to get ready to have our Uncle Coco Daily, because I thought today's Uncle Coco Daily was like really good. It had me thinking to myself like, what is it that I am doing? And I'm totally enjoying the tunes, the productions that he's got going in the background. It's always a vibe. Always a vibe. All right, so let's get Uncle Coco Daily started. I think we got it up. Yes. Period. Let me turn off the music in the back. See? Boom, 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 boom. All right, music is paused. Okay.
We're going to discuss.
Get Uncle Cokes out there. You know the vibes. Where is it?
Ward off unwanted energies and unwanted advances. And gentlemen, I think you should pay very close attention to this, because I believe you will learn a lot. It could also be men too. Men, you may also have to ward off women, who are interested.
My bad, guys. I thought that it would just come with the picture, but you're getting an audio clip from the Crown featured on our audio podcast. So that was Uncle Coco in the picture. I thought it was just a picture. But anyway, let's just get Uncle Coco Daily popping. You know the vibes. Period. Click it. And let's play. That was a good one.
We recognize, Father, that in our walk with you, everything is so opposite to the world and its standards. Help us to delight in being radically different from the world. Keep us humbly serving you. Amen. In Christ's kingdom, humility trumps pride every time. Please, let's pray to keep on humbly serving the Lord. Good morning. Blessed Wednesday.
Oh, I thought that was pretty cool. What you guys think about today's message from Uncle Coco and from our Uncle Coco dailies? Totally love the production of the music that he adds on. Gives you a little something to groove to, something to kind of get you in that space and in that mindset to receive. Because while the music is playing, you know that he's going to come in at some point. So you're kind of just like grooving until he comes in. But I thought today was a good message. Humbly. Humility. Oh man, humility and serving is a very real thing, bro. I'll tell you that I had literally a moment of transparency. A couple of days ago, man, I had the realization. I had that real tough pill, that reality on how I process my grief, and it wasn't that pretty. Wasn't too pretty. At least it wasn't the way I envisioned it. You think you have it all together. You want to believe you have it all together. But every now and then there's those moments that kind of remind you or kind of brings you as they say, back to life, back to reality. And as I explained earlier in my live when I went on Instagram, that I had a moment of transparency that I could potentially be show some signs of hoarding. So I'm trying to be mindful of that and pay attention to the spaces that I keep, because I notice every space that I keep has something in every single corner crevice. There's something filling there to occupy it. So I'm trying to take deep breaths, and this weekend I had to clear out my storage unit. So that was a little emotional for me because it kind of reopened the wounds, so to speak. Because you're like, no, I want to take that old notebook because it has sentimental value to me. I need to hold on to that sweater because it has sentimental value to me. But then there comes a time when you can't hold on as much. Then I started thinking of Bag Lady. When you have too much in your hand, am I the only one that starts to play Bag Lady in my head? You gon' hurt your back, dragging all them bags like that. It's a very real thing. So now that I'm mindful, is something that I'm going to be paying attention to when I'm collecting a little bit too much. Get into the habit of purging. So that's a clear segue. I'm going to be opening up a Poshmark. Start purging these things out, purging them out. Oh, and by the way, we're going to start offering our grief emotional support group. That's going to start back up because we're drawing closer to the holiday season. I think I want to set them up on Mondays. Okay. Excuse me. Sundays always seem to be a day of peace, but we'll confirm the day that may work best for all of us. So I'm going to have a sign up group. So at least by tomorrow morning, you'll be able to sign up if you are interested. I'll repost the live that I did earlier today explaining, the purpose of the grief support and how it can help. Specifically, I like to work with folks who have lost a parent or all of their parents, only because that's just the area that I specialize in. What we're offering. Okay. Sorry, YouTube. Not sure what happened there, but it looks like the phone died. So thank you for still sticking with us. I switched my microphone over to TikTok, but I was saying that we're going to start our emotional support. I'm sorry, our grief support group soon, and by tomorrow we'll have a sign up sheet. So I'll repost the live, or at least clips from the live earlier, and you'll know what I'm referring to if you are watching this now. But for the most part, it'll be for everyone who's seeing it for the first time and they need a support group to be a part of. Feel free to sign up the link. It may just ask for your name, email, maybe a phone number, depending on how you prefer to be contacted. And I also want to know your preferred method on us going forward with the support group and a day that may be best for you. That's also good. So then I could do like a little vote on what day works for most folks, and or how we would like to go about it. Do we mind a live, or do we want to keep it private? Okay, like a private Zoom. So it'll be once a month. Again, so that means we'll have 3. We'll have one for right before Thanksgiving, one right before Christmas. Yeah, and then we'll follow up again in January, right? The new year. That's good. Okay, I think that works. That works. So then that way we can just at least start the conversations, or at least get the buzz going out there. Because again, the whole purpose of this platform was for us to have those uncomfortable conversations. And what better way to have those uncomfortable conversations when it comes to emotional and or mental health is in a support group. That means these people are willing and want to have the conversation too. It's not by force. All right, so I'm gonna head out, YouTube, because it's a lot going on here with holding you up and all of that good stuff. But I just wanted to come in and also apologize for missing out for the past few days. But again, I needed to pour back into me and make sure that I was sound and balanced and in a space to be able to give back out to you all. All right. Okay. Thank you again for your patience. I appreciate the likes. Thank you. Again, my name is Nicole, aka Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murda, creator and founder of Iman, the podcast for the people. Be sure to check out our audio podcast as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, that's ARGA, and the audio podcast is on most podcast mediums like Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, just to name a few. Share, like, comment, the good stuff. Keep that locomotive rolling. I can't speak. I gotta go. Anyway, be the change that you wish to see. Be blessed and also be a blessing. Peace. Bye, guys.